Hey, Devin, can I get you to put yourself on mute, please, if you're not speaking? Thank you. All right, we will go ahead and get started. So for our capture the flag practice today, we're going to do one of the capture the flags that is set up in Chai Hack Me. So we're going to do the Pickle Rick. We did this beginning of the year, like maybe 6 months ago, but I don't know that any of you guys were actually in that at that time. So that this works out for that. So in this case, we're going to go to the Pickle Rick room. So to do that, you can go to, let's see, if you start from the dashboard, you can click on Learn and then do a search and then change to Free Capture the Flags. And then Pickle Rick is the second one that pops up. So once you get in here, you're going to have to join the room, which should be at a box at the top. And then after you join the room, you can start your attack machine, and then you can also start your victim machine. So any questions before we get started? Is that a question, B? No? All righty. So once your victim machine gets up and running, it should give you an IP address here. So anytime during the course of this time we're together that I say your IP address, this is the IP address that you need to refer to. So yours is going to be different than mine. All right, so this is set up just basically like a capture the flag where you have a task and your task is to figure out what the 3 ingredients are that they need in order to you know, make this whatever they're trying to make. I've never actually watched this show, so I don't know what this is about, but it doesn't matter. We're given a computer and we have to find 3 things that are hidden on the computer, so we can do that. So if you need to copy anything into your attack box, again, you have to do that through the clipboard here. So you click on the clipboard and you paste whatever it is that you need to get from the outside world. So that is from your host machine or from the section over here on the left. So if I wanted to, you know, get this word ingredient here over into this terminal, I could copy and paste it into the clipboard, collapse the clipboard, and then I should be able to paste it over here into the terminal. So if you need to get something over here, that's the way you do it. Okay, so we're going to start this. Any questions? Anybody need to know how I got here? Anybody running a little bit behind? No? All right, so we're going to start this off the way that we would any. I'm sorry, someone looks like someone put something in the chat. Tanera says she's going to catch up. All right, all good. Let me know if you need help once you get to where you can't get any further. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is the first thing we would do for any type of, capture the flag or ethical hacking thing we're going to try to do. We're going to run a scan to see what's open on this machine, right? So we do that the same way. We'll say nmap -a, and then we'll put in your IP address. So again, this is my IP address, and you want to put in your IP address, the one that's on your machine underneath active machine. So mine is 10.10.65.222, and I'm going to press enter. And what that's going to do is it's going to come back and tell me all of the services or all of the things that are open on this web server. And because it is a web server, while we're waiting for that nmap scan to come up, we can just go ahead and launch Firefox or whatever browser is on your machine, which is probably also Firefox. And then you can put in the IP address of the server. So mine is 10.10.65.222. Yours is going to be whatever's shown up on your machine. And we see on the screen here that there's a landing page that says, listen, Morty, I need your help. I turned myself into a pickle again, and this time I can't change back. I need you to burp. Morty, log onto my computer and find the last 3 secret ingredients to finish my pickle reverse portion. The only problem is I have no idea what the burp password was. Help, Morty, help. Okay, so I guess we are playing Morty in this scenario, and we need to figure out what the ingredients are. All right, so
real quick,
sure,
Tony here. So I put in my IP address, but it's giving me a 405.
Let me see if I can make it so you can share your screen. All right, go ahead. Let me share your screen.
All right, let me get some back. Share screen. Yes, and boom. Uh-oh, where's my window? Oh, there it is. Sorry. All right, you see it here?
All right, 10.10.58. Oh, no. So you're doing the
oh, wrong one.
Yeah, you did your attack machine, and you need to do your victim machine. So your victim machine is underneath that red banner there. It says 10.10.58.81 is what you should be doing.
What red banner? I don't. Oh, duh. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
No worries. All right. All right, so I'm just going to collapse this, and hopefully my computer won't, of course, it always wants to be special. All right, I'm not going to collapse it. All right, we're just going to take a look at this. So we'll see that there are, looks like 2 ports open on this particular machine. It is port 22, which is SSH, and then it's port 80, which is a web server, which is what we're looking at. And you see the banner from the web server that says Rick is super cool. So that's, and it doesn't look like there's anything else on this particular machine. Okay, so we don't have anything that we can use besides port 22 and port 80, which is our web server. Okay, so let's go back over to our web server and see what we can find. So you can actually just minimize this, and then you should be able to access your web browser over here on the right. If you click it at the top again, it's going to give you a whole new web browser, and we just want to bring up the one we already had up. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do once you get into a web page, any web server, is going to check and see if there are any surprises that are left for you in the source code. So we can say right click on the page and say view page source. And when we do that, at the bottom, I see that the only thing that appears to be out of place here is a comment, which is hidden from the front page. And it says, note to self, remember username Rick Rolls. Okay, so we can copy that because we're going to use it. So, and then we are going to try to properly log in over port 22 because that's the one that is open. Let's see if there's anything else interesting in here, like they put a password and he doesn't know what his password is, but we have a username, so we can try to use that. Okay, so we want to bring the terminal back up, and I'm going to type in clear to get rid of the stuff from my Nmap scan, and then we're going to do a scan to try to figure out what their password is. Okay, so we're going to say, I think we're going to say Hydra. Let me go back and. Oh, we need to do one other thing. I'm sorry, before we do that. The second thing that you should always do whenever you get to a web page, this besides view the source code, is check and see if there's a robots.txt file. And there is a robots.txt file, and there appears to be whatever this is in there. So we can copy that. And let me put that in my clipboard. And then let me also go and get, oh, I got rid of it. It was like Rick rules or something. Oh, wait, let's see. It was over here. So this might be our username and password. This might be, but I'm going to leave those two things up here so we can come back and get them later. Robot.txt, and actually let me just type these. Robots.txt file, every website that you, pretty much every website that you go to has a robots.txt. What robots.txt file does is it tells the web crawler, so think about like your web search engine, so like your Googles of the world, your Bings of the world, your, you know, used to be like Ask Jeeves and Yahoo, you know, searches, you know, each one of those websites that are set up for search, they have a web crawler, and the web crawler goes to every page on the internet and it finds out everything that's on those pages so that it can index it. Okay, so if you decide, hey, I don't want my information being shared through a robots.txt file, you have to tell the robots.txt file not to come or not to index certain information. So for example, if we go to Google, you know, .com, and we take a look at robots.txt, you'll see that they have a robots.txt file also. So in this case, it says, hey, I want you to allow all these pages, but you'll see that there are a lot more disallows than there are allows, okay? And what that means for a hacker, specifically an ethical hacker, if I'm trying to find a way in or something that they don't want me to look at, I'm going to start with all the things that say disallow, right? So if I had, you know, an idea that I wanted to try to get, you know, for example, all of their payment information or something, right? I might go to /purchases to see what I can find there, right? Or if I wanted a list of all of their books, I might go to the /books and see what I can find there, right? Because pages say, hey, I don't want you to index this, which means I don't want this to show up online. When they tell you that, you know, if you post something online, you know, it's probably there forever. That's true. There's a website, it's called archive.org. It's better known as the Wayback Machine. And it basically has basically each page on the internet. And I'm talking about like the front facing internet, not the dark web, but each page on the internet as it changes. So, you know, if it changes and then a new crawler goes and checks it out, then it'll have whatever that page is on that particular day. So I can go back to, you know, 2010 and find out what Google's, you know, page what looked like on that day using the Wayback Machine. And that's because you can basically, the web crawlers will find everything on the internet that is not disallowed specifically by that site. And what you disallow is basically what you set up in your robots.txt file. All right, so we've got two possible pieces of information. We've got this Rick rules from our page source, and then we've got this wubba lubba dubba whatever in our robots.txt file. So either one of those might be interesting. So let's see if we can try to get in. Let's see if it's that easy. So I want to let me just copy this wubba lubba. and minimize, and I'm gonna go back here and I want to say SSH, and I'm going to SSH in as Rick Rules. So I need to go back and get. So we're going to assume that this is his username, and it may or may not be. And then we're going to say 10.10.65.222. So again, this is your IP address, not mine. Mine is .222. Yours should be something else. And then press enter. And then it says, hey, do you want to continue connecting? And we're going to say yes. And then it says permission denied. So it looks like whatever is on port 22 is not accepting login. So that's not going to allow us to be able to get in. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we want to see if there are any hidden folders on this network. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say derb. So you can use a tool like derb or GoBuster or dirbuster. They all pretty much do the same thing. And what they do is they take a common list of directories, and they check and see if any one of those directories are available off of the website, right? So it'll check and see if there's an admin page, for example, or a login portal or something. And so my address is 10.10.65.222. Yours is going to be something else. So when we do that, it's going to scan all of the pages and see if it comes back with anything interesting for us to take a look at. So it came back and it said too many errors, couldn't connect, so it doesn't come back with anything interesting. So we can try another tool, which is Nikto, and Nikto it just tries it in a different way. Let's see. Yours says it found 3. What were the 3?
Oh wait, I didn't put that slash and those dashes like you did. So let me do that. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a HTTP. It gave me index.html, robots.txt.
Hold on. It said index.html, robots.txt, and then
I got a servers dash status.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So now mine comes back. Somebody pointed out I had entered the wrong IP address. So when I put in 222, I see those. So I see the robots.txt, the index, the server status, and then the assets folder. So let's see if there's anything interesting in the assets folder. And if not, then we'll check Nikto. So I'll minimize that. And I'll come back over here and I'll replace my robots.txt with assets and see if there's anything in here. So it looks like there are some pictures, but I don't see anything in here that says like there's any ingredients. All right, so we'll go back and check Nikto. So Nikto, Nikto, and then we're going to put in our IP address -H, and then your IP address of mine is 10.10.65.222. Yours is whatever's on yours. Server status too. Yeah, server status isn't interesting. Let's see, there's a robots.txt file. Oh, there's a login.php page that's found. So that's interesting. So let's check that out. So we'll go back over here to our web server. And instead of assets, we're going to try login.php. And we do that and we see that there is a login page. Okay, so let's see if we can try to use our password, our username from before. So let's try Rick Rules. And as far as a password is concerned, let's see if we can use whatever we found in the robots.txt. Let's see, the WUBA. All right. See if that works. Don't save. Oh, and it looks like that let us in. Maybe to a command panel. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to make this take over my whole screen because this is annoying that I can't see the whole thing.
I think my clipboard erased. What was that password we used?
It was on the robots.txt file. Let me see if I can paste it. It was Wubba Lubba or something like that.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Let's see. Stop share. Share. All right. So can you see my whole screen now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we've got, looks like a RIC portal. There's nothing in there. It just basically is the commands. We've got a potions, which look like it's only the real RIC can view this page. And then there's a creatures page that says only the real RIC can view this page. Yeah, so all of the other page looks like it's looking for the real RIC. Okay, so we can see it says you can execute commands here. So let's say if we can ls and see what's in here. And when we do that, we see that there are several files. There is a clue. There is the deny.php. So this all looks like this is the pages that are available on the web server, because we see the robots.txt file, we see the login file, we see the index file, denied, and there's also a clue and then a super secret ingredients. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is try to display the super secret ingredient. So I'm going to say cat, and then I'm going to paste the name of the super secret ingredient file and execute and see if that works. Ooh, it says command disabled to make it hard for future Pickle Rick. Oh, so it's not going to let us use a cat file. Okay, so let's see if it'll let us use something like more. Or let me try less. Ha! And it allowed us to do less. So when we do less just gives you the first, however big your terminal is, lines of text. Is that Emifa that I hear? Oh no. All right. Let's see. All right, so it looks like our first ingredient here is Mr. Masik's hair. So we can Control-C this. We're going to put it into your clipboard. Control-C it again in the clipboard. Then I can open this window back up here and paste this. Oh, no. Let's see. Control-C in the clipboard, collapse the clipboard, and then hopefully now it'll paste. And then I can submit. And that is the first ingredient in my potion. So yay. So then I can collapse this and try to see what the next ingredient is to come under execute. Oh, okay. So what I did first was I said ls. So ls basically just says list structure. And what that did is it listed all of the files that were in that same folder. Okay. So we took a look at the super secret pickle ingredient. So we saw that, and then there's also a clue file. So let's take a look at the clue file. So we're going to say less and then clue.txt to take a look at that file. And when we do that, it says look around the file system for other ingredients. Okay. So to do that, let's see if we can see if there's anything in the directory before. So we're going to say cd / and see what's in. Oh, there's nothing in there. So let's say cd / and then say semicolon and then ls. And let's see if we can do that. There's an HTML folder above where we're at. So let's see if we can go up a couple levels and see if there's anything up there. So say cd space .. That, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's 2 levels. And then put a colon and then put ls. So that'll tell us what's 2 folders up. So when we do that, we see that there are a lot of folders in here. Nothing interesting. Let's see if we can go 3 levels up. So CD, what we're looking for is like a home directory, or see if we can, if anybody else has a directory on this computer. So we're going to go .. and then colon ls and see what's 3 levels up. And we see that there is a home directory, so that's interesting. And there's a whole bunch of other things in here, but I think what we're looking for is the home directory. So we're going to say cd space .. and then say home and then colon ls, so we can see what's in the home directory. Hopefully that'll work. And there are 2 folders. There's a RIC folder and a Ubuntu folder. So this is getting interesting. So we're going to cd again. So .. home /RIC colon ls. So we'll see what's in RIC's folder. And it's the 2nd ingredient folder. So that's yay. All right. So then we can say cd space .. home RIC /2nd ingredients and then colon and then say ls, and that'll help us figure out whether that's a folder or a folder or a file. And that doesn't help us. That looks like the same information in the same one. We're in RIC's portal now, so that explains why we are only seeing RIC's information. Let's see. RIC ls, so we have 2nd ingredients. Somebody have a question? If not, can I get you to put yourself on mute, please? Yeah, that's not interesting because I think that's the same ingredient that we had before. Let me see. CD All right, let's see if that's a Rick. And then, okay, so CD .. home Rick. And then we're going to see if we can, if the second ingredients is instead of a directory, if it's actually, and it's not a file. All right, so we saw the super secret ingredient already. Assets, clue, robot. I feel like it should just let us second ingredients. ls-alt. Let's see. Let's see, less clue.text. I think this is the same location.
Try the assets folder.
I did not try the assets folder. Second ingredients, asset, ls. All right, so that's the second ingredients slash assets ls. Maybe there's no s on second ingredients. No. There's nothing in the second ingredient folder. I feel like there should be. Let's see. We already went in the home folder. There was two folders, Rick and Ubuntu. In the Rick folder, we did that. Second ingredients. Ah, okay. I think I know, I see what's going on. Because there is a space in Rick, second ingredient. Let's try that. Home Rick second ingredients. Is there an S in there? Yes, there is. Second ingredients. Let's try that. Okay, here we go. Here is the second ingredient. So the second ingredient is 1 Jerry tier. So I'll put that into my clipboard. Yay. All right, and let's see.
Hey, Tanisha, can you go back real quick? You went CD.
Oh, so let's see. I said CD, no, I said less, and then CD, home, space, home, Rick, and then in quotation marks, second ingredients. And what this is going to do is less is going to give us the contents of what's in second ingredients, which is how we get to this 1 Jerry tier.
Got it.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so then it tries to see if we can get into a root for folder. Sudo ls -root. Okay. So what this is going to do is see if we can view the contents of the root folder, and we can. And there's a third ingredient in here. So we're going to say sudo less /root /third.txt. So sudo allows you to temporarily run permissions as a administrator, and then it tells us that our third ingredient is in fact leaf juice. Yay. All right, but let's see.
All right, before we move, you said sudo ls /root/
Yes, sudo ls and root. So what this is going to do is show us what's in the root folder. But if we just say, for example, let's see, ls, and then we say cd /root, for example, it may tell us that it doesn't show us anything, right? So, but if we instead said sudo ls root, then it'll show us the root directory.
Yep.
Because we executed it with temporary admin permissions. So we see that there's a file in here that's third.txt. So now we can just use our less command, but we need to run it as sudo so that we can run it with administrator privileges.
Tanisha, for the sudo ls /root, did you add a space in between that, or?
Yes, so it's sudo space ls space root.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So that says, hey, I want you to run this ls root, which is list structure of what's in root, but I want you to run it as an administrator. And we could have just put a colon and then say less third.txt. Oh, we need to run it, the other one as a sudo also.
Yeah, I think I'm stuck on getting it to execute. So right now So
say
I can see exactly what's on your screen right now on my screen.
So if you say sudo less, so less is going to do the same thing as cat. It's going to show us the first couple of rows of the file, right? So sudo space less and then slash root. And then the file is called the 3rd.txt. So if you do that, sudo space less space /root /3rd.txt and then execute, and it tells us what the third ingredient is.
Okay, I found my mistake. Sorry.
No worries. Anybody else having any issues? So we have all the ingredients now for him to be able to do his potion. Are there any questions for me? All right, I don't see anything. So if anyone is interested, we are having our Wireshark study group at 2:30. You're welcome to come out and learn about Wireshark if you're interested. But if not, I will catch you guys in the Slack. Have a good afternoon. You're very welcome.
Yes.
One moment, I have, oh, go ahead, sorry.
Sorry. You mentioned, and I think I posted this on the meetup comment section. You mentioned chapters, but what